Hi. So in this video, I'm going to go through the process of generating using delinquent process. So I'm going to select accounts and work my list and generate a delinquent letter. Um, I'm not going to go through the process of generating a template file, but I'll point out where they're located. And there's going to be another video of how to change your template file. So here it is, the server that I'm going to be using. I'm going to go straight into billing. That's where my delinquent processing is located. Here it is. I'm going to stay with District 69 to do my to work with. I have already generated template files, so the template files are located in the same location, reports templates, and they are system code, district code, and the word blank COS for cutoff, delinquent letter DL, door tags DTs. So I have 3 templates out there, PDF templates. It still creates doc files or CSV files. Um, those are the templates for a document using Word. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to do reverse only. I'm gonna leave everything like that. I'm just gonna hit submit. Okay, delinquent process, account selection, and I get my information. Just your task has been submitted. So any task that takes a long time, it goes to a scheduled task, and then the scheduled task generates or works in the background and gathers the information. Once it finishes, it reports it back. So that's what this is. So this is what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing that my task schedule it took over, and it created a task. It went through, it generated my listing, and it finished, right? So it created a listing. Let's see. Um, so I have a good amount of accounts to work with. The next step, once I select my accounts, the next step is to generate a listing. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click here. This is my file. This is my file. Due date. This is where I select the due date. Okay, so this is an old database. So delinquent files 52417. Let's stick with some dates that kind of make sense. So I'm going to go back to year 17. Let's go to May. So if I generated the file on the 24th, let's say that I'm going to give it a few days, the weekend to pay, and the 29 is when they need to pay. This is my due date for them to pay. So it's assigning this due date. Let me show you those 2 formats, adding the selections. Okay, so I'm generating my listing. Okay, create CSV files and a PDF. Here's a PDF. This is all my accounts. And here I can see the original amount, arrears, total, total current, total balance, letter dues, deposits, and how many times this person was being delinquent. So there's a bunch of one-timers. There's some that they're delinquent a lot of times. Okay. So there's the listing. The next thing is to actually, well, people work the list on paper, and once you worked out the list on paper, you can make those changes here in the system. I'll hit edit. That opens up my screen. Then I can go in here, select my file. Notice that I already had a file out there. This file went ahead and ran delinquent letters and generated delinquent letters, and that's as far as I went. so I didn't get this far. So I'm gonna try to move both of the files forward. So at this point, last activity, delinquent file ready, and in here, delinquent letters generated, and that's where I stop. I'm gonna do that. Well, I'm gonna work my file right now. So I'm gonna go here. Here's my file. Okay, so at this point is where I compare notes with my printout and start voiding out the accounts that um, void. Okay, let's see. Let's void this guy too. Let's say 1, 2, 3 voids. There it is. So I have some void and stage delinquent letter. This is my due date and a threshold. This is also new. The threshold. The threshold is used to be only on the last stage and the cutoff. But threshold is now on every stage: delinquent letter stage, store hanger, and notice stage. So it's useful for, well, let's see what amounts we have here. It's picking about 30, 40, 70, 50. Okay, see 30, 40. Let's pick 50. So my threshold will be 50. So anything that is less than 50 is not gonna should not make it to my list. So I'm just 50. I'm just gonna tab and updated my list. Let's go to the top of the list. So you notice that my 30, 40, 37, 47, 60, those two got voided. This is the one that I voted manually. So it goes out, and if it falls under the threshold, it'll void the accounts. So I'm good with that. I'm going to hit save. So I have worked my list. The next step will be to apply a service charge. So I'm going to go in here and look up my delinquent file. This is my delinquent file, delinquent letter file ready. This is the stage I'm on, delinquent letter charge amount. I can either do a charge or do just a note, a memo on the account. Let's do a small charge. Let's do $2. It'll be an adjustment. Reason delinquent charge, so it automatically populates the reason there, and the program knows in what stage you're in. I'm in the delinquent letter stage. You will notice that apply service charge is only there once. So when I apply service charge when I do delinquent letters, when I do door tags, or when I do cutoff, it is, you don't have to. It's just, you could if you charge on every stage. You can memo on each stage, right? So, and the program will know in what stage you're on. It will know if it's door hangers or cutoff, and it'll change this label here. Okay, so I'm doing a $2 delinquent charge amount. It's going to do an adjustment. It's going to memo the account. So I'm going to do submit. Oh, a service is required, right? So let's do miscellaneous. When I do miscellaneous, if it's a multi-service, it'll enable this multi-service box down here. So let's do the delinquent letter fee. Okay, I want to set submit. It sends it to the task scheduler. Okay, so let's wait and let it process. Okay, created my task. Task set to go. Task set in motion. It's running. Blah blah blah. It finished. Good. Here, let's see what we got here. Okay, and $550 worth of charges. That many accounts. Okay. List. So that's my charges. Let's do the next step. The next step is do my delinquent letters, right? So I'm gonna go click on look up for my file. Here's my file. It's in the delinquent, still in the delinquent letter stage. Now my last activity was delinquent letter charge and memo. Okay, so let's pick this file. Here's my file, and if I have a board member date, we'll go here. If I have extra fields that I might want to insert on my letter, there we have 4 user-defined fields that can go here. Let's see, UD field 1. I think the template that I have pulls those fields, so we can. Okay, so I have something there. There's a sort. Submit this task. Okay, so it goes to the task scheduler, delinquent process, generating delinquent letters. Here's my log in my scheduler. It creates the task. It's working on the task. It's generating my delinquent letters now. So at this page generating delinquent letters, if it's the program goes out and looks for a PDF template. If the PDF template is not located there, if it doesn't exist, you'll see a line here saying that there is no PDF template found, and goes ahead and creates those files here, the CSV files, which you can still use to merge into a letter using Word. But if there's a template, it goes ahead and uses the PDF template. So here's my letters. Okay, so here it is. I did this on purpose, so this is all the fields. I have all the fields here that we can use. About 28 different mergeable fields for delinquent processing. And see, notice this is where my user-defined fields, and it populates. Okay, so that's my letter. Let's minimize this. All right, the next thing will be to actually do my door hanger. To do my door hangers is actually before I get here, there's usually a charge that goes with this, and working a list. So between the times that I send my delinquent letter and getting ready to say door hangers, well, people have already made arrangements with the office to pay later, or people have already paid. So if they pay, they'll be dropped from the list, or if they made arrangements, you have to remove it from the list. So we're going to work the list again. So before going to this door hanger step, we have to go back and to review your list, right? So you have to review your list before you send them out door tags or door hangers. So hit edit, click here. Okay, see that now those two are in the same stage. Let's see, I said that I was gonna keep moving them forward. Let's work this list here real quick. Okay, so let's see, what do we have? Bunch of big numbers. Let's move this forward. Let's not make any changes here on this review. Let's do a memo. Let's cancel this. No changes on my list, so I'm going to go in, apply service charge, treat that one list. I'm going to use this one, move this one forward. All I'm going to do is memo the account. I'm going to hit submit. Well, it goes out in my task. My task scheduler takes over. Hit finished. Okay, so no charges. only memos, and there's only 12 accounts in this list here. Let's minimize that. Alright, I watched this. I'm gonna try to go in the delinquent letter. Let's see. Door hanger, delinquent letter. Oh, okay. So that one that I selected, the one, see now this one is in the next stage, is in a door hanger stage. I cannot select, I cannot make a letter on this one. I can only do letters on that one. Because I have done the next step on this one, which was doing the memos for this guy. Okay, now I'm door tags. Now let's see what happens. I'm gonna go here. See, now I have door tags. Okay, the stage is door tags, and this is the only item that I can select here. I cannot select this one because that one's on the letter stage. I'm gonna select this guy and do my door tags. And it's going to do the same thing. It's going to gather the accounts. It's going to output to a CSV file, look for a template in the right location. If the template exists, it'll create a PDF file like it did now here, and pull the PDF file, populate. Did not populate. I'm still working on this. I noticed that when I was working on this, not populating my file. So this is the door tag. What some customers do notice that this little section here is in English, this little section in Spanish. So they cut off this section and they stick it to the door. Okay, so that was my door tags. The next step after sending door tags or creating door tags is to actually send the guys out to to put the door tags on the door. And some clients do work orders, so that will be the next step. So once you're here, go into the work orders, and just create work orders to send those tags out. So I'm going to click in here, door hanger, the stage. This is the one we're going to select. Work order type, door hanger, work orders, puts that in there. Let's just pick prepare by. There you go. A stage door hanger. Any notes here? I'll hit submit. A job code must be selected. I missed that. Okay, so let's pick a job code. There it is. Cut off. Oh, door hanger. Let's do door hanger. There you go. We have a door hanger. Submit. Okay, so it does the same thing. It sends the delinquent process work orders to a task scheduler. And there it is. It creates two things, listing and listing summary. Let's look at this one. So a quick listing, just showing my accounts and my my work order number. Let's see, back over here. This is my summary. Pretty quick summary on it. New work orders. What does it say? Again, I can't see. New work orders were raised beginning at order number 18209 and ending at this number here. That is fairly one-line summary there. Let's see if we can look at one of those accounts. That was one of them. Okay, so this is one of the accounts. Let's check the work orders. There it is. Here's the work order created by the system. So populate all the information. Notes. Back to customer care. Another thing that is doing is memos, right? Where's my notes? Customer notes. That's the last note. Door tag account receive. So that's my note. Okay, let's go back over here. So I did work orders for my door hangers. The last the last stage for this file here will be to do my cutoff notice. So let's do that. We're gonna go into apply service charges in here. And here I'm gonna select my file. I'm gonna stick with this file, which is in door hanger stage. I'm gonna select this file. And notice that as soon as I select it, the system knows what stage it is on cutoff stage. See, cutoff door hanger stage, but the reason is going to be a cutoff charge. Now I'm getting ready to cut these people off. Let's do another cutoff letter. Let's see, another $3 for this letter. It'll be an adjustment. That's another thing that we'll look at that after this. Miscellaneous door tag. Let's just pick that. Okay. All right. So it made adjustments and notes. Let's see on those 12 accounts. Pick that account. Look at this account. Let's just go up and down. Now I see a cutoff note right here. Now let's look at the transaction adjustment detail. Let's see. I see an adjustment of $3 there for door tag for DT door tags. So it does my adjustment too. Okay. So once I did my service charges, now I can go down to the next stage for this file here, which will be cutoff notice, right? So if I click here, select for the file, look at that, that's disabled, it's good. The only thing that I can do here is cutoff, and now I have a cutoff here. So that's a good stage. I'm gonna leave this one in cutoff. I'm gonna try to move this file to the next stage, which will be door hanger, right? So I'm gonna stop this file here on create cutoffs. Well, let's create letters. I can do that. I'm just not gonna retire this which is the last stage to retire. Well, create work order. Some clients create work orders. So here's all my CSV files. Here's my PDF file. Here's my cutoff notice. Merge as a files. Here's my cutoff notice for each one of those accounts. So the cutoff notice are usually, if we get to the stage of cutoff, you actually do cutoff work orders, right? Send the notice and cutoffs work orders. So I'm going to go here and do a cutoff work order. Cutoff notice generated. So it tells you here with the last activity. Do you know what? Before I do that, let's move this file forward before I create work orders here, to see what this delinquent lookup file looks like. So I'm going to review. Actually, let's go apply service charge. Go here. Let's move this one. Let's work on this one. Delinquent letter. Let's do an adjustment. An adjustment of $4. Miscellaneous. And the letter is going to be an adjustment. I already have a due date. I have not been working with the due date, so each one of those stages has a different due date as this moves forward. Really quick, just so you get a grasp of this. So let's say that you're sending your delinquent letters. Let's say that we started delinquent letters on the 3rd, and you're giving them a couple days to pay. You send them out, and you say your due date is the 5th to pay your bill. So that'll be the due date for the letter. Then once the next step will be the door tax, right? So the people that don't pay, they're going to get door tax. Let's say that you do door tax on the 5th, and you tell them, well, you got to pay by Friday. So that will be the due date for the door tax. Now, if people don't pay by this day, then the last group, the cutoff group, let's say you say cutoff groups here, and your notice says that you have to pay now. So actually, the due date will change too, and say your your amount is due now, which will be the due date will be the same day, this date, because you need to pay right away. So it is common that this due date changes through each one of those stages. That's why when I go into this apply service charge, this two options here, review and post, I have an option to change the due date, and there's two options, and it's required. If you miss assigning a due date, those steps right here will let you know that you're missing a due date. You gotta give me a due date. Okay, so let's move forward. We're doing charging $5 for it's a delinquent letter. So it looks like I had already done a charge for delinquent letters, because see, the reason changed to door tax. That's letting me know that the next step, this will be door tax. I'm on stage delinquent letter, but the charge will be for door tax. Just a new note. This at this point, I know this is not kind of going with the flow, but and actually, I don't think I have a door tag. Do I have a door? I do have a door tag. Okay, now it flows. Okay. So I'm still on the delinquent letter stage, right? I'm about to make charges for door tags, miscellaneous door tags. Let's do that. Okay. Running, finished. See, now that much money on door tags. Okay, let's go to the next stage. Now let's watch this. Delinquent letter stage. I'm gonna go here. None of those two are available because I already sent delinquent letters on those two. They're not on the right stage, right? The one that was on letter stage now has moved to the door hanger stage, and this one is in the cutoff stage. So I cannot do letters. So that's something new. Now let's go move to door hangers. Door hangers. Go here. See, now that one's disabled. This one's available because that's where I want to be. Door hangers. Create door hangers. Oh, and let's see. Door hangers charges memo apply. So that's the last activity that I did. That's going to change here in a minute because I'm about to do door hangers. Click here, there, and send it to the scheduled task. It's finishing. All right. So I merge my letters. I know I have issues there. That's something I need to look into. But it should be populating. Okay, that's wrong. That it's not showing. It should be showing data there. So I have noted that. Okay. So now let's see. Let's just take a look at here. I'm gonna go cut off and look at this here. See, now there's a cut off and door hanger. See this door hangers generated. My last activity change. So I think now you get the gist of it, how this thing flows, right? Here, let's try this. See what happens. Let's reselect. Let's do current and arrears. Submit. There is an open delinquent processing file for this day. Please check for any actions taken and retrieve this file before starting a new process. This is also something new. On the new system, I could go ahead and start a process and keep opening processes. Let's see. Let's just try it on this side. Just double checking, selecting accounts, I'm gonna do the same thing. Current and arrears. Hit process. Yeah, it processed. You saw that. Delinquent. I did go here, right? Just checking, not the one above. Yeah. Okay. There's a delinquent process file. Oh yeah, I read it just now here. So miscellaneous here. Delinquent letter. So this led me add a new process. The new system did not. It wanted to ask you to finish the process. So I kind of cheated here. I created a new one. So if I go here, I can probably see the one that I generated on the. Oh no, I cannot. Okay, I guess that's good. So in order for me to actually create a new tag, new delinquent letter stage, I have to finish this process here. The last one that I created. Um, okay, so I think that I'm gonna complete this video. I think I was able or accomplished to show you how this thing functions, and how to move to every step. I think I cover every step that you can do here in the delinquent process, and the use of this delinquent file lookup, very useful. So I'm going to conclude this video, and there's going to be a video about editing the template file. Thank you.